Hi there, I'm Jamie Taylor. Welcome to Your Health Matters, brought to you by Kingman Regional Medical Center, your community-owned hospital. Every week in this program, I have different guests who talk about different services, programs that we offer here at KRMC that I think will be of interest to you and your family. So stay tuned, we'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back to Your Health Matters. My guest today is Teri Rose, who's the aquatics coordinator here at Deli Webb Wellness Center, right? Did I get that pretty close to right?
Pretty close to right.
Okay. Thanks for being on the show, Teri. I know you've done this before. It's been a while, though. Wasn't just recently. And there's always new things going on over here at the Wellness Center, and especially in the pool.
Yes.
So
yes.
that's
all
what
over
we're
the center right now.
Well, it's growing, and we're getting ready to expand.
Yes.
There's over 3,000 members now.
I think we were closer to 4.
Oh,
last
my
time
goodness.
We got our memo.
Wow.
Or maybe even over. But yes, it's record.
That's amazing. So that's why they're moving everybody from therapy, or from physical therapy out. They're moving over to Sycamore. So you guys will have more room to expand. So that'll be pretty cool when that's done, when the dust settles. And
yes, absolutely. Yes, we're adding new programs on the floor, group exercise programs. Our instructors are coming up with all kinds of ideas for great new things to do.
Great.
We're going to have specialized classrooms. We're taking over the physical therapy bays and making 2 separate classrooms, one larger, one smaller. So we'll still have the large room that we've always had. Then we'll have 2 smaller rooms. We'll be able to have a room set for spinning and another room maybe for Tai Chi and another room, and we're coming up with some more specialized classes and trying to
ways to make use of that space.
Yes, we'll probably double our group exercise, and there's going to be just something for everybody of every fitness level.
Awesome. I didn't realize they were going to do all that. That's really cool.
Yes.
I mean, I knew they're expanding, but I guess I was just thinking they were going to just add some more bikes or something.
No. Well, if you've been out there on that fitness floor, and I teach on the fitness floor as well, and our basketball court, for example, is rarely a basketball court, and that is a frustration to people who like to play basketball. But so the spin bikes will get moved into a room. Well, they'll stay there. The only
and that'll
thing
be better on the bikes too, probably. Well, not having to be moved around all the time.
They have wheels.
Well,
but the only class that we will continue to have on the fitness floor at the basketball court is the Easy Line, which is it's similar to like what you would do at Curves. It's air piston machines, and I teach that class as well. A lot of times my water students will follow me to the land, and we go do that class after our water classes. And it's a very introductory type class where no impact, easy, you spend 1.5 minutes on every machine and transition through a circuit. And we offer that twice a week. So that'll be, once we expand, our only thing left in the basketball court. Everything else will have a place.
So they just take those machines, wheel them into the basketball court and make a circle kind of thing?
Yes, we just wheel them in and then wheel them back out.
Round up the wagons.
Yes. And right now that is equipment we share with physical therapy, and we get to keep it. So our members will get free use of it. They get to use it when it's on the floor, but otherwise they get to come to class, and there's other people there, and we play music and all that. So that'll stay on the fitness floor. Everything else will have a space, and when the dust settles, therapy will have their aqua therapy here. They use our pool, and they have their own pool for that.
Pool, I was in there when I was having my knee issues. That was nice.
It's very nice, yes. And we use that pool for our mom and tot baby parent taught classes for swim lessons. We also use it for our youngest toddlers,
See, I bet you there's a lot of people that don't even know you offer those classes.
Yes.
So the mom and tot, so that's like up to a year old?
The correct term is actually parent-child aquatics, but it's up to 3 years old. And if you have 3-year-olds that are not really wanting to get in the water, separation anxiety, I've never been in the water afraid, you can actually keep kids in there up to 5. And that's under the Red Cross guidelines.
So it's
all year long we have it.
That's what's nice, having indoor pools. Very much so. So what's the youngest that you can have?
6 months.
So at 6 months they can start. And I mean, to me, pool safety is just so important, because teaching our young ones to swim, because you hear every summer there's at least one, if not more,
Absolutely.
drownings. And that's just so sad and so tragic, especially if you can avoid it by just teaching them how to hold their breath and float, right?
Float. No
Floating
holding
too.
breath.
Oh, well.
We want to exhale.
Oh. But don't you want to inhale the water?
Exactly. We also use that therapy pool for adults. I'm starting a brand new adult in about 2 weeks who nervous about being in the water.
Okay.
So since that pool we keep at 95 degrees, it's
Right.
very
Nice.
relaxing
Yes.
for the smaller
and it's not
children.
As deep.
And
Right.
it's not as deep, but people have a fear of putting their face in, and they have this nice controlled environment where their muscles relax and they get to put their face in. So we do use that area and get adults in with the same fears as little ones.
Sure, that makes
So
sense.
it's very nice. And so we have special, this person is obviously going to do private lessons. They're
I
not
was
coming
just
in
gonna
a
say,
parent and
that
talk
sounds
class.
like-
But our parent and talk classes do teach parents how to handle their children in the water.
Okay.
So they get the most out of it. The kids are very innate at that age, and much of what they do is just natural.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You put a baby in the water, and they're actually what they're doing is they're flailing. If you think about a baby, you swaddle a baby, but when you take a baby out, the arms and limbs are
legs are
everywhere.
going, yeah.
Well, people think you put the baby in the water and that's swimming. That's really not swimming. You just unswaddled them, but they're in the water. So they're not
Okay.
sinking,
Right.
but they're very buoyant, so the babies will surface, and they're very relaxed in the water. I think we talked a little bit before about the babies in the water and the mammalian reflex that they have, and so that keeps water from going in their lungs.
Yes.
And when they come up and they start to choke, that's actually because that reflex has loosened, let
okay.
go, and the water starts to go in now. So we teach the parents a lot about that. A lot of the water safety when it comes to parents and children is a lot of tension caused by parents.
Yes, I was
and
just going to say,
very
keeping mom's
uptight.
fears being transferred. or the
Exactly.
parents'
So
fears.
that class is so wonderful to get parents comfortable,
Now,
get
how
babies
often
comfortable.
do you offer that class? Is that like a weekly class?
Yes.
or- Okay.
All of our swim lessons are 1 day a week.
Okay.
The parent and taught class, usually we have one on Fridays and one on Saturdays.
Okay, so that's good for people who are working.
Yeah, we do one on Fridays. We use that therapy pool. We have that pool up until about noon, and then physical therapy takes it for the
Okay.
rest of the day.
Okay.
So we have all of our little ones that go through there, and we have a little bit older kids in the large pool, the
Yeah,
lap pool we
okay.
call it.
So if someone wants to know more about these classes and the schedule, they can call the Wellness Center.
Yes.
That's 692-4600, I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or come back to the pool if you're here.
Okay, and I think we even on our website
Yes.
have some of those posted and keep
Yes.
those up to date, so that's good, they can do that.
Yes, we keep our pool calendar and our swim lesson calendar on the
Right.
website.
So besides the mom and tot classes or parent and tot classes and that, I know there's a lot of other classes going on in the pool all the time.
Yes.
So I take a couple of the water aerobics classes.
Yes.
So what else is it that they do in the pool?
Besides water exercise,
Mm-hmm.
well, water exercise encompasses a wide variety of
I was
things.
just going to say, why don't we talk about all those different?
Yes, we have the Arthritis Foundation program. We are actually a provider for the Arthritis Foundation,
Okay.
which is a federally funded organization. So we require people to sign up for that class. That's the only one. There is no fee for it,
Okay.
but it's something that we report to the Arthritis Foundation so
to
they
show
can
that there's
obtain
people.
their funding.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. So that program gets funded. So it's something that we offer as a group, and that information is out in the public at doctors' offices and things like that they
About
get
the
referred
class.
here.
Okay.
Yes, we get a lot of people here at the Wellness Center on a prescription from their doctor
Okay.
to come and take certain programs, and
Right.
that is one of our programs that we offer.
Okay.
We have different types of aerobic classes, from aqua zumba, which is the loud music, very active, lots of fun, to more quiet classes like toning and stretching. So we have in between classes, different levels, and always everybody works at their own level in the water. We have classes just noodles, aqua jogging, high intensity, medium intensity.
Well,
All
okay,
that.
and you have classes like that on the land, obviously. We have the different Pilates and jazzercise, all that. So what's the advantage or the difference between doing it on land versus in the pool?
In the pool, you have better ability to stretch. Your body can do things in the pool that it can't do on the land. As your muscles warm, the water allows you more flexibility.
Okay.
You're able to work all of your joints where things might hurt on land. It might hurt you to stand. And for example, I get a lot of new members that can't use our treadmills, but I can put them in an aqua jogging belt and have them aqua jog, and now we're running. Oh my gosh, and I can't run on the land, and this is great. I feel my legs moving. So you're getting a lot of good blood flow and circulation, and getting all that stuff working without having any joint impact.
That's awesome.
So anytime we take our feet off the floor, we have no impact. So we have classes like that.
Okay.
We have classes in the shallow end. You do get impact there, but not as much as you do on land.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and one of the benefits of water is that you have complete resistance 360 degrees around. And no matter what you move, you're resisting water.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, but it makes sense.
So every move one way has, you're going opposite, going the other way, or forward or back, or side to side.
You're getting that resistance
all the time.
Interesting.
All the time.
Very good. Well, and I have to tell you, I've heard this before too, and I know for myself it's a fact. When you work out in the pool, your body might be moving, but you're not sweating. It doesn't seem like you are, like when you're
Yes,
on
you are.
Is this all coming off in the water? It's just all washing off in the water, maybe, so you don't feel it.
Yes, you do sweat. You absolutely do sweat. You may not see it. I mean, when I'm teaching a class, one of the things that as an instructor we have to watch and see how our people are working out is we have to see their complexion. And when I see people getting red, I see people come break out in a sweat, and I'm happy to see that. I know they're working hard, and that's great. But at the same time, there's people I know that if I see them breaking a sweat, I know their physical abilities, and I may need to tell them to slow down a little bit. So absolutely. But we ask people to shower off with soap before they get in the pool, and then shower off afterwards. And that has to do with a pH balance. So if you're sweating in the water, the pH is always being balanced at all times. It's always filtering and working.
And that's probably good. We can talk about that a little bit, because people's concerns about being in public pools.
Exactly.
And but we have those chemicals, and I know I see you in there in the mornings testing.
Yes, yes. We actually, the requirements in our county and in our state are that we only have to check our chemicals once a day. We actually do our chemicals here 3 times a day by hand.
Wow.
And throughout the day, we open the doors and kind of look at the controllers and see what the numbers look like to make sure they're running okay. We actually do hand physical testing of it 3 times a day.
Wow.
So we actually pull water out, put the tabs in, and read them. And we do that 3 times. So we always make sure everything is in line. And one of the reasons I'm in there a lot is because I have a lot of experience doing this, and I can see kind of numbers like, oh, might be going down. I better keep my eye on this. And always we're keeping on track of that. Exactly.
What's going on.
So, and those our pools are electronically controlled. So there's a feeder that's set with a certain point, and it has to maintain that balance.
So
if it goes out of that balance,
adds chemicals.
It'll do acid or chlorine depending on what's needed
Huh.
at all times. Yes.
Nice. Okay, so that's good. And the jacuzzi, is that the same, or is that different? Is that on a different?
Our hot tub.
Hot tub.
It is. It is on a controller as well as the therapy pool too. All of those pools are managed in our pump room at our main area pool.
Good. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about some of those other classes.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We'll be back right after these messages. Welcome back to Your Health Matters. My guest today is Teri Rose, Aquatics Coordinator here at Delhi Webb Wellness Center. Thanks again for being on the show, Teri.
Sure.
So we were talking before the break about different aquatics classes that you offer. Well, and then we were talking about the cleanliness of the pool, and how I think it's really important for people to know that you're testing 3 times a day, and it's automatically being adjusted based on those chemicals. So that's good for people to know, because there are people that are concerned about being in public pools. So ours is safe and good.
Yes.
And the jacuzzi is too, or the hot tub.
Yes.
That's
it
good.
is. Yes.
Now, I know that you have lots of different equipment. It's not like you just jump in the pool and go swimming. I mean, you can.
Right.
You can do lap swimming if that's what you'd like to
Absolutely.
do. And you have family swimming, which is fun when the whole family can just go and splash and play. Which is
Yes.
really nice in January and February when you can't get out to Centennial Pool.
And birthday swim parties.
And birthday swim parties. That's right. I forgot
Yes.
about that.
Absolutely.
So all of the birthday swim parties, those are by appointment, right? And you have to
Yes.
call and reserve
yes.
the pool
Well, we
for
have
that.
forms at the front desk that you
Okay.
fill out.
Okay.
And those are events that I handle as well.
Now, do they have to be a member of the
No.
Wellness Center? So anybody
No.
could have.
Anybody
Oh,
can have a
that's
swim
good
party.
to know.
We are very busy with swim parties in the winter.
Really? Well, yeah, I can-
Yes.
Yeah, in the winter especially, it's kind of a novelty to be able to
Yes.
go splash in the water.
Yes, and
That
it's very
proves-
inexpensive
It
to
is.
come and be in our facility. We don't close down our facility just for the party. They have
Sure.
to share the pool with our members. We don't ever shut down. But and that's why we keep the price so low. If
Okay.
you go to the city during the summer to rent the pool, it is just your party, and those are much more
Sure.
expensive.
Okay.
But
So this is pretty reasonable then.
yes, we
Okay,
charge
good.
currently we charge $50 for members. It's a 90-minute party.
Okay.
They get use of a conference room or the outside pavilion and the pool, or they can do land-based parties as well. I've had
So if they wanna
families that
play
do big
basketball.
dodgeball parties. Those are
Oh,
fun.
dodgeball in the
Yes.
basketball court. That would be
Yes.
fun. That could
Very fun.
We have the volleyball nets too, right?
Yes.
So they can play volleyball.
Yes, and people can do what they want. They come in and sometimes I can spark ideas, or other times they know exactly what they want to do.
Yeah.
I've seen some really
I
great
just want to bring
parties.
these kids and wear them out.
Yes, that's what they do. It's wonderful. It is
Yeah,
really
that's
wonderful.
Great. Very good.
They can use outside.
the
During
pavilion.
the last summer, I think it was one of our instructors here actually did a birthday party for her kids, and she did different stations with Olympic-based exercise things and gave out little bracelets that made into an Olympic ring. It was
wow,
really cute.
cool.
I've had people do like little mini triathlons where
Yeah.
they bring tricycles
bike.
and bikes out to our courtyard, and they do
have to
the
ride around on the
bikes, and then they
bike.
run
Oh,
around,
fun.
and then they go swimming when they're done. And it's just fun. People come up with great ideas, and
And they're doing healthy things.
exactly, and
Teaching their
people love
kids to
that.
exercise and
And you don't
be
have to clean
healthy.
up your house.
Yeah, see, that's a big thing right
That's
there.
the number one thing I get. It's
Yeah.
like, thank goodness all these kids aren't at my house and they had fun.
Yeah, and I don't have to, I can walk away.
Yes.
Kind of like grandkids.
Yes.
It's that same concept.
Exactly. And then in combination with that,
Yes.
we have a lot of employees here of the hospital
Mm-hmm.
who get the catering done or
Oh,
cakes made, everything
sure.
in the cafeteria, and they bring it over here for you.
So again, you
Again.
don't have to mess with any of it. How
Yeah,
nice.
and you coordinate everything on your own.
Well,
and
I don't
just
think
get
you
the
have to be an
facility.
employee. Because
No.
anybody can order the
Yes,
cakes from.
absolutely.
So
Yes.
it's just the employees are more aware of it probably. But
Oh yeah,
anybody
and
can
I
do
know
that.
she's wonderful over there. I've had kids come in and I see the most fantastic cakes, and the kids tell me, well, I designed this, and they
Oh.
sat down with her, and then they have their birthday party here, and it's just
Wow,
a fabulous little
fun.
cycle we have going
Yeah,
on.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, besides, we talked at the beginning of the show about the parents and tots classes, and you have private swim lessons for children. Do you have group swim for kids, or is it?
The group swimming lessons.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's, but is that a reservation only? How does?
The group swimming lessons are something you sign up for, just like the parent and taught,
Okay.
or it's part of our American Red Cross swim lesson
Okay,
program.
yeah.
That's posted on our website.
Okay.
And those have different classes, dates, and times, and the instructors' names are there.
Okay, good. So
And-
they should go to the azkrmc.com
Yes,
website and
yes.
check it out.
Under the fitness
Yeah,
and health and,
yeah.
and calendars, and
Okay.
you sign up for that at the front desk. There's paperwork you need to fill out.
Okay.
And now our current structure is very similar to having a membership here. You enroll in the class, and we debit you every month until you cancel. So you can
Okay.
stay in it as long as you want, or cancel it
At any time.
at
kind of
any
thing.
time.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's the other thing that's nice, that I don't know if a lot of people are aware of, that the Wellness Center kind of changed their membership schedule. So it is kind of month to month now. You don't have to sign that long-term contract.
Exactly.
And the rates are a little different, and it's much more flexible. So I
Yes.
think that's good. And
Yes.
of course, we have our Silver Sneakers program here now, so we get a lot more seniors participating. And do you see that, has that increased your participation in the water classes as well, since we got Silver Sneakers?
It's increased our membership, so I can't say that it has been Silver Sneakers exactly. We do offer Silver Sneakers classes
Oh, they
on the
have separate?
land. And they
Okay,
are their own classes.
Okay.
That these instructors have been trained in Silver Sneaker classes.
Okay.
So some Silver Sneaker people have recently joined, are doing that format right now, and then on their own as members they may come to the water, but they are not always identified as a
Sure.
Silver Sneaker
Yeah,
once
yeah,
they get there.
Yeah, okay.
So we do
So
get some
what's
new people.
unique about the Silver Sneaker classes?
It's just designed for their population that
Okay.
they cater to.
So it's the over
So it's-
60 kind of group.
Yes, and they have different. They'll have a little cardio day and a weight training day and a stretching day, and it's broken down into different
Oh.
segments. Those classes are like 8 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
and out in the basketball court, I think most of the time.
Okay.
But they're going to have their own exercise room
But
too.
that's all included though in their
Yes,
membership. That's
yes.
not like they join and then they have to pay extra
No.
for any of these classes.
No.
Most of them are like that. I mean, most of the
Yes.
classes are part of your membership.
I believe the only land class you pay for currently would be the boot camp,
Okay, right.
and then in the pool area would be swim lessons.
Okay.
That's the only thing that you would pay for separately out there.
So you have a big job coordinating all of this stuff in the pool, because then you also do Red Cross, right? Lifeguard training?
I
Don't we
am
have
a Red
that?
Cross trainer. I train water safety instructors and lifeguards as well.
Okay.
And so that encompasses many different things. I have certifications in Red Cross for wilderness first aid,
Oh.
and I teach CPR and for the professional rescuers. So I do get EMTs or something that can't get in some other people's
Yeah.
class somewhere.
So they can come use.
This time of year I start to get, I'm not sure, but I think that there's nursing programs that start at MCC or somewhere sometime in January.
Okay,
Because
yeah.
usually over Christmas break I start receiving phone calls. I
Wanting
need to get my
CPR
CPR class because I'm starting nursing. And I'm not sure what that specifically is correlated
It
to.
probably is something like that.
But my
yeah.
phone starts to ring about that time of
That's too
year. So
funny.
I teach a lot of different things. I teach water safety training for swim coaches. And Red Cross is totally changing their format as well to become more up to date with current standards. They're coming out with apps in January so kids can have water safety apps on their phones.
Oh my, well,
Parents
that's
too.
where they are, yeah.
So we'll start promoting that to our public
You
soon.
have to have waterproof phones then?
No, they actually in the training address that they say please don't use these on your pool deck. And then what went through my mind when I read that, it was so the parent sits over there and plays on the phone instead of watching
Watching
their
their
child.
kid, yeah. That's so good to see that.
But they are really moving forward with a lot of training, and they're working with USA Swimming and other organizations nationally and internationally to stay in the forefront with their training.
Good, yeah.
It's very, very cool. I just did a webcast last week for the
Oh.
Wellness Center. We are an authorized provider of Red Cross.
Okay, very good.
So, the people that I train, a lot of times will want to apply for jobs here. So.
And then in your spare time, when you're bored, you're coaching swim teams as well.
That's my spare time. Yes, I have 2 jobs, many jobs, but they're
Yeah.
all here at the pool.
Well, that's a good thing. Well,
So
Teri,
saves me
thanks.
on gas.
Yeah, thanks so much for being on the show. I appreciate it and hope you learned some new things. And I want, once again, to thank my awesome sponsors, Slightly High Maintenance, who does my hair and makeup, and Randy and John from R&J Arizona Designs that do my jewelry, and of course Maurice's provides my clothes. So check them out. They're good folks, and I highly recommend them. Thanks for joining us again this week. We'll see you next week with another great guest.